Hello students, today I am going to start off with the new chapter, that is chapter 3 from the textbook Hornbill. The title is Discovering Tut, the Saga Continues, written by A.R. Williams. Now let me give you a brief introduction about the chapter. The title Discovering Tut, the Saga Continues. Here saga means a very long story or a series of incidents. So basically this chapter is all about the last heir of the powerful Pharaoh dynasty. Children, please remember this word Pharaoh. Pharaoh means king. And this chapter deals with the king Tutankhamun. Tutankhamun was the king of Pharaoh dynasty and he died at a very young age when he was a teenager after ruling for 9 years. As Egyptians believed that there is life after death, and that is the reason why the pharaohs or the kings were buried with wealth and everyday use items. When Tutankhamun died, he died in a mysterious way, and that's why death of Tutankhamun became the subject of interest for archaeologists. And that was also the matter of speculation, so much of speculation about Tutankhamun's death. What were the reasons? First reason was he died when he was a teenager. Second reason was he was the youngest king. And third reason was he died in very mysterious circumstances. Let's move on to the chapter now. The chapter begins with the description of Tutankhamun, who is also known as Tut. When he died, he was a teenager and he was the last heir. Heir means successor. He was the last successor of his powerful Pharaoh dynasty, which ruled Egypt and its empire for centuries. And now he was laid on rest, heavily loaded with gold. That means he was laid to rest, laden with gold means his body was, after his death, his body was placed inside a coffin along with lot of gold and eventually forgotten. And after that, nobody remembered about him. His tomb was discovered in 1922 and that actually made the world raise a question about what had happened to him and whether he had been murdered. That means there was so much of speculation by the people. And after almost 80 years, his body was about to undergo a CT scan. CT scan means CT is a short form of computed tomography. It is a three-dimensional scan of a body with the help of hundreds of X-rays in cross-section together. That is called CT scan, which would give new information and clues about his life and death. His face would be recreated with the help of a procedure called forensic reconstruction. An angry wind stirred up ghostly dust devils as King Tut was taken from his resting place in the ancient Egyptian cemetery known as the Valley of the Kings. Cemetery is a large burial ground where the dead bodies of the kings were buried. Dark-bellied clouds had scudded across the desert sky all day and now were veiling the stars in cascade grey. Scudded means moved quickly. Means it is referred to the quick movement of the dark-bellied clouds, and veiling means to cover something. Here cascade word is used, cascade grey, particularly cascade word is used for the color cascade grey. That means the grey clouds were like a grey colored cascade which contained the stars. The stars like jewels which are kept in a cascade. This cascade is actually a small ornamental box or chest. Right? So we can say that on January 5, 2005, the year is 2005 and time is 6 p.m. At that time in the evening, when King Tut's mummy, which is considered to be the world's most famous mummy, was placed in the CT scanner to investigate the mystery behind his death, which had occurred more than 33 years ago. And that day what happened? A fast, strange and unnatural wind started blowing when King Tut's body was taken from his grave. And that grave was called as Valleys of the Kings. Means that was an ancient Egyptian cemetery. Dark clouds moved quickly across the desert all day long and later they covered the stars. That's how the weather conditions changed that day on 5th January 2005. All afternoon, the usual line of tourists from around the world had descended into the cramped, rock cut tomb some 26 feet underground to pay their respects. They gazed at the murals on the walls of the burial chamber and peered at Tut's glided face, the most striking feature of his mummy shaped outer coffin lid. Some visitors read from guidebooks in a whisper. Others stood silently, perhaps pondering Tut's untimely death in his late teens, or wondering with a shiver if the Pharaoh's curse, death or misfortune falling upon those who disturbed him, was really true. So, all afternoon, tourists visited that 26 feet deep underground rock cut tomb to pay respect to the king. Many people stuffed into that small tomb and looked in admiration at the murals, big paintings on the walls of the chamber, and they took a look at the face of Tut that had been painted with gold. While visitors read the guidebooks in a hushed tone, some stood silently, wondering about his untimely death. Means they were just discussing very slowly, very quietly, that what might be the reason behind his death. Why did he die in his teen years? The visitors were also wondering and talking about the curse. What was the curse? Means it might bring misfortune or death upon those who disturbed him, who disturbed King Tut. The mummy is in very bad condition because of what Carter did in the 1920s, said Zahi Hawass, Secretary General of Egypt's Supreme Council of Antiquities, as he leaned over the body for a long first look. So, these words, the mummy is in very bad condition, these words were said by Zahi Hawass. Who was Zahi Hawass? He was the Secretary General of Egypt's Supreme Council of Antiquities, the department which deals in the collection of very old things, while leaning over the body for a long first look of King Tut. And according to Zahi Hawass, the bad condition of mummy was due to what was actually done with the mummy by the British archaeologist Howard Carter in 1922. And he discovered King Tut's tomb in 1922 after a long search. The valuable treasures of Tut had been explored earlier too, but surprisingly they were complete, means nothing was missing. The treasure found at Tut's grave is the richest till date. Why? Because it has come to be known as the Pharaoh's legend. It has artifacts in gold which are eternally beautiful and as good as new. Such artifacts still get attention. And Tut was buried with the things of his daily need, like daily use, like a razor made of bronze, his games, linen undergarments, and boxes of food and wine which he could use in the next life. As it was mentioned in the beginning of the chapter, that Egyptians always believed in life after death. That's why they always used to keep all such things with the body. Carter took a few months to record the treasures found in Tut's grave. Then he began investigating his 3 coffins which were nested one in another. In the first coffin, nested means layered. There were 3 layers. In the first coffin, he found a piece of cloth with garlands of willow, olive leaves, wild celery, lotus petals and cornflowers, which suggested all these flowers suggested that he had been buried in the month of March or April. When he reached the third coffin, means the third layer of the coffin, he was in trouble. What was the problem now? The problem was the body actually had hardened due to the resins which had cemented the body, and it had stuck to the bottom of the coffin, which was made of gold. Carter wondered what to do next because no amount of force could separate the two. Resins is a sticky substance that is insoluble in water and it is used as a binder, and it was used to stick Tut's body inside the coffin. And funerary treasures are all the valuable things with which the king was buried. Carter tried to loosen the resins by keeping the body in the hot sun. He kept the mummy in 149 degrees Fahrenheit heat for several hours, but still it remained stuck. It could not be separated. He reported that a chisel could be used to cut down the mummy from the limbs and the trunk so that Tut's body could be taken out of the coffin. Chiseled away means to cut something with a chisel, a very sharp tool which is used to cut something. According to Carter, he had no choice other than to cut the mummy. He believed that if he hadn't done that, thieves would have removed all the gold from the tomb and would have stolen it. During Tut's time, the royal people were so wealthy that they had a belief that after death they could take the wealth along with them. And for Tut's life after death, he was given precious collars, necklaces with decorative patterns, bracelets, rings, amulets. Amulet is an ornament or a small piece of jewelry which is thought to give protection against evil. Ceremonial aprons and sandals, sheets for fingers. Sheets means a close fitting cover used for covering fingers and toes. And now an iconic inner coffin and a mask. Carter's men removed his head and every joint of his body. And after they finished all their work, they reassembled the remains of Tut's mummy in a wooden box with padding filled with a layer of sand so that they could conceal the damage. Whatever damage was done to the body or the mummy, they tried to conceal it with the padding filled with a layer of sand. And now this was his new resting place. Archaeology has changed substantially in the intervening decades, focusing less on treasure and more on the fascinating details of life and intriguing mysteries of death. Archaeology means it is the department where the scientists study human history by digging up human remains and artifacts. So this department, archaeology department, in the few past decades has changed as it now focuses on the details of life and mysteries of death. Earlier, they focused on the treasure. Now, it uses more advanced medical technologies and tools for research. In 1968, an anatomy professor x-rayed King Tut's mummy and revealed that the front limbs and breastbone were missing. Now, with the advancement of technology, CT scan or computed tomography can give a virtual image of the whole body. With the help of this technology, means with the help of CT scan, King Tut's body would be scanned to find answers to two questions. First one, how he died, and second, how old was he exactly at the time of his death. His death was a shock to the royals, as he was the last person of his family, and his funeral indicated the diminishment of his dynasty. However, what happened after his death is still not clear. Now let's talk about the history of this royal family. Tut's father or grandfather Amenhotep III. Look at this name, Amenhotep III. He was a very powerful pharaoh who ruled over a period of 40 years. And after him, his son Amenhotep IV succeeded him and began the strangest period in the history of Egypt. Why? Because he was the one who promoted the worship of Aten. Look at the word Aten, Aten. That means the sun disk, Surya Chakra, sun disk. He changed his name to Akhenaten, meaning servant of the Atens, because he believed in sun, in the worship of sun. He also shifted the religious capital from Thebes to the new city of Akhenaten called Amarna. Further, he attacked Amun, a god. Amun, look at this word Amun, Amun, that is a god. He smashed his images and closed his temples. Ray Johnson, who is the director of the University of Chicago, said it must have been a bad time for the empire as the family who ruled for centuries came to an end and Akhenaten moved in an odd direction. Here, wacky means amusing in a slightly odd way. Akhenaten went a little wacky. That means he moved in an odd direction. Another mysterious ruler, Smenkhar, succeeded him and died soon. Next came Tutankhamun, also known as Tut. He sat on the throne and ruled for 9 years. He worshipped god Amun in the old ways. However, he died mysteriously, but he was the one who promoted the old traditional ways of worshipping god Amun, not Aten. Until now, with the help of the Egyptian Mummy Project, which started in 2003, almost 600 mummies have been recorded so far. And King Tut's mummy was the first one to be scanned by a CT under the next phase of scanning the mummies with the machine donated by the National Geographic Society and Siemens. The CT scan machine scanned the body by creating 1700 digital X-rays in cross-sections. Tut's head was scanned in 0.62 mm slices to record the tiny details. Eerie details means very strange details of Tut's head. The resulting image was very strange. A team of radiology, forensics and anatomy. Forensics means the application of the scientific method to investigate a crime. So the team from all these departments and the experts, they started examining the secrets of the grave that had been protected by flying goddesses for a long time. The night of the scan, workmen carried Tut from the tomb in his box. Like pallbearers, they climbed a ramp and a flight of stairs into the swirling sand outside, then rose on a hydraulic lift into the trailer that held the scanner. So, we can say that during that night, workmen climbed up on the ramp and the flight of stairs to carry the body from the tomb, just like the pallbearers. Pallbearers are the people who help to escort a coffin at a funeral. Means they were carrying the coffin as if they were carrying a dead body for its funeral. They rose the body onto a hydraulic lift and then into a trailer where the scanner was kept. But what happened after that? After 20 minutes, two men ran towards the office nearby to bring two fans. Why? Because the scanner was not working, as the sand had entered a cooler fan. The guard joked that it was because of the curse of the pharaoh, because they had removed his body. So once the fans worked, the procedure was finished. The data was checked in case of any losses, and then technicians returned the body to the pallbearers who carried him back to his tomb. In less than 3 hours, he was resting at the same place where the priests had laid him many years ago. That means King Tut's mummy was put back to his place. In the trailer, the technician showed a beautiful image of Tut on a computer screen. He showed the grey head, which was scattered in pixels, and he spun it around. Next, the vertebrae, hand, rib cage and transection of his skull were shown. And as the work was done, the pressure was finally off from the shoulders of Zai Hawass. While sitting in his chair, he smiled and said that he was relieved that nothing went wrong. Means that they could perform their scanning procedure smoothly. He had not slept the previous night, and now as the work was done, he would go and sleep. By the time they left the trailer, the wind had stopped and the winter air was like death itself. Just above the tomb, the Orion constellation, it is mentioned, Orion constellation stood. Orion means it is the constellation that is shown in the night sky watching over the boy king. Means the constellation that the ancient Egyptians knew as the soul of Osiris. Osiris is the god of the afterlife. So that constellation was watching over the boy king. So to sum up, we can say through this chapter we come to know about a very young ruler, Tutankhamun, also known as Tut, who died mysteriously at a very young age after ruling for 9 years. And we also come to know about his life and some facts related to the royal family. And at last, when his mummy was scanned through a CT scan procedure, it was done successfully. But the reason behind his mysterious death is still unknown. And his mummy is still resting in peace in his tomb now. And here the chapter ends.